I'll be honest, this was not on my bingo card for today. I really did not think they were going to fire Lou Anarumo. I understand we didn't make the playoffs, and I understand someone's head has to roll when you don't make the playoffs and you're as good as a team as we are. And I understand that our defense has been piss poor throughout this year. I will say, as of late, I feel like our defense has been a lot better. I feel like we've had issues with the front office letting DJ Reader go, Jesse Bates go, Cheeto go. I don't know if I agree with this decision. I really don't think I do. I think Frank Pollock needed to be fired first, but if we're talking about from an actual coach standpoint, I think we needed to get rid of Zach Taylor calling offense. We needed to fire Dan Pitcher, and we need to get an actual offense coordinator. Our defense was piss poor throughout this year, but again, we lost Dax Hill, we lost Cam Sutton. I'm not Cam Sutton, sorry. We lost Cam Sample. We lost DJ Reader in the offseason. Like, I don't think the front office has done Lou Anarumo any justice throughout the last couple years of helping him be successful. We spent a lot of money on offense and not really much on defense. So for what he has to work with, I don't think is the greatest. Now, from a standpoint of undisciplined, that is on him, right? The defense can't tackle. The defense can't do pretty much anything, it feels like, at times. They're not in their positions. They're not, doing their jobs. And it's definitely a problem. I'm not sitting here and saying that 100% he shouldn't have been fired. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm very surprised by it. Being surprised by something and saying I don't understand is completely different. I understand the concept, right? Our defense sucked. Our defense can't tackle. Our defense can't do their job. And that comes down to the coach. Players win games, coaches lose them. So at the end of the day, it does come down to Lou Anarumo and his head's on the chopping block. When you as a team can't be successful on defense. I just want to put out there, I don't think that the front office did him any justice to help him get to a point where he could be as successful as he could. So I'm surprised by the cutting and the firing, but I understand why. It's just a really out of nowhere type of move because this is the Bengals. If this was any other team, I think this would be very expected, right? This would be a highly expected move from 31 other clubs in the NFL. But we aren't 31 other clubs. This is the Cincinnati Bengals, and how we do things is we don't usually fire coaches, and we kind of just rinse, cycle, repeat. I do give the Bengals a lot of credit for this. Depending on who they bring in, obviously. But this is a move in a direction of we need to clean house. I've said that many times. And I do agree that we do need a clean house. But this does continue, though, with Frank Pollock. Right? This continues with Frank. Guys, where's Frankie? Can I make the call? Somebody give me Frank's number. No, don't actually do that, by the way. Don't actually dox him. I'm not recommending in any way where I want you to dox Frank Pollock or in any capacity. But if Zach Taylor, can you give me the number of Frank Pollock? I will fire him myself. I'll do it live on live stream. We'll call him up and be like, hey, man, you're fired. No, I'm just kidding. How you doing, Frank? Oh, you doing good? You're fired. No, I'm just kidding. You're fired, though. You're actually fired. Get the hell out of town. But again, and then Frank Pollock, even then, I can make the argument. Like I said, I can make the argument that he isn't getting the correct resources to be as successful as he can. I don't know. This is a very, very strange situation, I will say. I was not expecting Lou. I was expecting, honestly, no one. Like, if I had to bet money, there would be a zero. I would think nobody would have gotten fired. I'm actually surprised someone got fired. I'm actually heavily surprised. Just because this is rinse, cycle, repeat with this team, and that's just kind of how they operate. But again, I gotta give the Coneheads to say this is a good step in a correct direction of trying to fix this team. This is the step you gotta do forward. You can't accept mediocrity when you have a quarterback like Joe Burrow and a team you have right now that can go win a Super Bowl. Although I will say this is also the idea of, usually the coach is the first one to get, the coach is the last one to get fired. No, the quarterback's the last one to get fired. The second to last is usually the GM and the coach, because they'll fire their coordinators and replace their coordinators. But yeah, our defense was piss poor this year, and that's unacceptable. It's kind of crazy because last year we were talking about Lou potentially becoming a head coach and leaving us, and now he's our defensive coordinator who got fired. But I mean, listen, at the end of the day, you gotta work with what you got, and it just sucks because I really feel like Lou got the tough end of the stick. That's what I will say. That's what really breaks my heart. Is I feel like if you give him correct unit, if you give him the correct resources, this man will flourish. And I hope he goes somewhere and he does flourish. I hope he's very successful wherever he goes. And I wish him nothing but the best of luck. God bless you, Lou. I wish you the best of luck, man. I really do. He's a great man. He's a great leader. He's a great coach. He is, even though it might not have worked out with us, does not mean it won't work out somewhere else, right? Please, for the love of God, don't go somewhere, though, that's an AFC North opponent. or any type of, person we wouldn't want you to go to. Go to an NFC team and fix them. Okay? Thank you, Lou.